Okay, now.
Hi, Sarah. I'm Nancy.
Hi.
Glad you could come into the room today. Why don't you tell me about what's led you to seek therapy?
I'm not seeking therapy. I don't want to even be here.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your honesty and letting me know that you really don't want to be here.
I'm only coming here because of my mom. She's the one that's been bugging me to come. She made me go to the doctor and we got a referral and they made me come to you. So I'm only doing this just because to get my mom off my back.
Okay. So basically what you're saying is that you just played along with the referral to keep your mom happy and your doctor happy. You don't really have a clue why they're worried about it.
Well, I mean, my mom's worried that I'm drinking too much, but I'm fine. I mean, I'm in college. People drink.
So is it a little confusing? Other people around you are concerned about this, but you're really not?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I drink too much, but it's not hurting anybody. I don't know. I have hangovers, and sometimes that affects my homework, but I'm fine,
Okay, well, tell me a little bit more about that.
I don't know. I get really overwhelmed at school with all the homework, and I don't know. My mom's always nagging at me and trying to. I don't know. I just tend to put stuff off, and it just kind of gets overwhelming. So I end up going to parties, and it's nice to let loose and have fun, and I get to fit in a little more with the college crowd.
Okay, so you're enjoying the parties, and you're beginning to make some more friends. Did you have any difficulties in the beginning trying to fit in?
Yeah, I mean, I always felt a little awkward, like I don't belong. But
okay. So you felt awkward, and drinking helps you to open up some, not feel quite so awkward.
Sort of. I mean, I still feel a little shy, but the drinking helps.
Okay. Are there any other changes that you've noticed, along with not being able to complete your homework?
Sometimes I feel a little depressed and anxious.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, I mean, again, I get overwhelmed with the schoolwork, and I have a hard time getting out of bed, and I've missed a few classes, but I think my grades are starting to get a little impacted, but that worries me a little bit.
So it's been pretty stressful for you.
Yeah, I'm feeling really frustrated and stressed about pretty much everything.
Is this a change from how you used to feel?
It's kind of been this way since fall, since I started. Before that, I used to have a lot more energy, and I don't know. I was able to be more organized and on top of things, but.
Okay. So things seem a little disorganized now and out of control?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like I'm on my own, I mean, my mom isn't even there for me, and no one seems to really understand what I'm going through. It's just me.
Okay. So you feel pretty much alone in this, that no one seems to really listen or really get it?
No. I mean, even my mom, she, tries to be there for me, but it's like she won't even listen. I mean, she just thinks that it's, hard for me to move to a new campus and adjust to, the college lifestyle, but I don't know. She just thinks that I need to stick it out and tough it out and not drink as much as I do.
Okay. So you're at a point that you really don't know where to turn. You don't know how to start feeling better, maybe more confident. You're really worried about what you might be capable if things don't get better.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna lose it, and I don't know how to get out of this by myself.
Okay. So in the questionnaire that you completed before a meeting, you noted that you have experienced some changes in your sleep pattern. Tell me what you've noticed about how your sleep has changed.
Well, I mean, I'm waking up in the middle of the night and because of like nightmares that I have about things that I'm worried about, and then once I'm awake, I can't fall back asleep.
All right. So it's harder to stay asleep, and then once you wake up, it's hard to fall back asleep. You also noted that your eating patterns have changed, that your appetite's not as good.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I started college, so things are going to be different. Like, I don't have, like, regular meal times, and most of my food is junk food.
I remember those days of college.
Yeah.
Well, changes in sleep and appetite are two physical changes that we often see when people are feeling depressed or are experiencing high levels of stress. When people experience stressful situations, this can affect a person's physical state as well as mental state. You stated that you've been feeling much less energetic than you usually do. How have there been times in the past when you felt like you're feeling now?
Well, I mean, in high school, my parents moved to a new neighborhood, and I had to go to a new school district, so I had to start hanging out with new friends, but I was able to go out with them on the weekends, and so I didn't feel as out of place, but I don't know, there were times where it was hard, but it got better over time, more time that I got to spend with more people, but it's like, I can't get out of this. It's like, I can't see this getting any better. It just feels like it's getting worse.
Okay. So it sounds like you expect to have difficult periods in your life and then for things to get back to kind of normal. But this time it's not getting back to normal.
Yeah. Usually I'm able to get myself back up, but...
Okay. And how have you done that?
I don't know, it just kind of like worked itself out in the past, but...
Okay.
My mom has always been there for me, but this time I don't feel like she is.
Right. So you really kind of feel like you don't have anybody to turn to when you're feeling down, when you need somebody to understand or just offer an ear, or a little bit of support for yourself. Is that kind of the big difference between now and then? You don't have anyone to turn to who could help right now?
I mean, my mom's there, but like, I don't feel like she like really wants to listen. She's like constantly nagging me. Like, I don't feel like I can actually like talk to her. Like, she actually wants to hear what I have to say. But I mean, she's there.
Okay. Has there ever been anybody outside the family that you've been able to talk to?
In the past, I've talked to my doctor, and she kind of seemed to understand my problems and knew what I had faced in the past. But we talked about like my shyness and being awkward, and I don't know, it felt better talking to her about what was going on.
Okay. So she seemed to kind of understand you. What was it about her that made you feel understood?
I don't know, she took the time to listen to me. It was like she had that time. It wasn't like she was rushed. She wanted to know how I was dealing with things and just listened, and she really seemed interested in what was going on.
Okay. So she listened, she seemed to understand, and she wanted to help. She seemed to care about you and wanted to help you feel better and to deal with your stressors better.
Yeah. I mean, it has really only been the only time that I've talked to people outside of like my family or friends is when I have my appointments with my doctor. Okay. But I felt better equipped to deal with, I don't know, other stressors that I was experiencing after spending time with her.
Okay. So having somebody to talk to who understands you, seems to care and wants to help, that feels like it could be something that could be helpful for you?
Yeah, it seems like a helpful thing. I guess working on therapy might be helpful.
Okay. So looking down the road then, months from now, if this program works and is helpful for you, how will things be different?
Well, I want to be more adjusted and feel like I can be a student and attend classes and do the work and not sleep through them. I don't want to like have to always turn to drinking in order to be social with other people in college.
Okay.
And I want my energy back, which I think might come with not feeling so depleted, and maybe my confidence will get better. But I don't know. I think I need to work on my relationship with my mom too.
Okay, well, great. Then if you're ready, I can schedule an appointment for you to begin therapy. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yeah, I think it might be good.
Okay. Well, great. There's every reason to believe that our therapy may help you. Our therapy tackles just the kind of problems you're experiencing. And you're already working on this, so, that should be, a good feeling that you're starting to work on things to get yourself feeling better. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about before we conclude our meeting today?
No, I don't think so. I think that's it.
Okay, well, great. It's been a pleasure meeting you. I'm glad you came in today. I know it's not always hard, or it's not always easy, I should say, talking with a stranger about your problems. So I really appreciate that. I think this went really well today, and that's a great sign for what's to come.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
So thank you.